Our Native American hero today is Sean Sherman. Sean Sherman is a famous indigenous chef, cookbook author, and promoter of indigenous cuisine that is a member of the Lakota Sioux tribe of South Dakota. He founded an indigenous food education, restaurant, and catering business called the Sioux Chef. Sean's cooking style is a modern indigenous influenced cuisine. In 2014, Sherman founded indigenous food education business and caterer, the Sioux Chef. The organization includes an Indigenous Food Lab, which works with scientists to record the earliest names of native plants. In 2017, Sherman co-authored the Sioux Chef's Indigenous Kitchen and won the James Beard Award for Best American Cookbook. In order to create the book's recipes, he interviewed older community members and searched archives for descriptions of traditional Lakota foods. Sherman says, "We believe that there should be indigenous restaurants everywhere because no matter where, we're on indigenous land."
Good morning. It's a great day for learning at Hamburg Middle School. Please stand and join me in saying the pledge to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Today is Thursday, November 18th, day 2 on your schedule. Today's national day is National Princess Day.
Today's lunch is diced turkey and gravy, buttermilk biscuit, mashed potatoes, roasted butternut squash, and Welch's grape slush.
Delicious.
Last and final chance for 8th graders to sign up for the Washington, D.C. trip. Deposit and all paperwork must be turned in by Monday, November 22nd. See your social studies teacher or Mrs. Murray in room 119.
Attention Chess Club members, since our scheduled meeting date is our first day off for Thanksgiving break, we will meet the day before on Tuesday, November 23rd from 2:30 to 3:30 in room 110. If you'll need to take the late bus home that day, please email Mr. Madonsky and let him know or sign up on the list outside of his room by Monday, November 22nd.
There will be a STEM club meeting after school today in room 208 until 3:15. The meeting is for members in Group B. Please check Google Classroom if you don't know which group you are in.
And good morning, Hamburg Middle School. Thanks so much for the entries that we've had for our Heroes of Native American Heritage Month. Also want to thank all those who've contributed names of family members and friends who've served our country. We're going to have our last several of those that we acknowledge today. I completely messed up yesterday in talking about Miss Foles' brothers, two brothers. It was Larry and Lance, both serving in the Coast Guard. Larry served as a first-class port security officer in the midst of the Gulf War in the early 1990s, while her brother Lance served as a captain in the Coast Guard from 1981 to 2009. And certainly had all sorts of experiences during that time in the Coast Guard. Mrs. Full, my apologies for my mess-ups yesterday, and hopefully we rectified that, but thank you for acknowledging your brother's service as well. We also have Carter Newell, who's recognizing his brother Ethan, who serves as an E4 captain in the Army, and he is active. Carter, thank you for contributing this, and thank you for your brother's service. We then have Mrs. Higgins and Julie McCormick, who are acknowledging their uncle or great uncle served in the Army for 4 years in the 372nd Military Police Guard Company during World War II. 75 years after the war, was presented with the Medal of Honor from the French government for determination and courage for participating in the liberation of southern France in the Battle of the Bulge. So we thank you, Mrs. Higgins and Julie. We thank you for that contribution. Tucker Diggins would like to acknowledge his two uncles, one who served in the Navy, one who has served in the Army. Tucker, thank you for letting us acknowledge their service. Sophia Worley acknowledging both a brother and sister, her brother Ava in the Marines in boot camp, and her cousin John, who is serving in the Air Force. Last two here, Donald Hunter wanted to acknowledge his father for his service in the Army, And Layla Freidhaber would like to acknowledge the memory of her great-grandfather, Joseph Burns, who served in World War II in the Navy. I want to thank everybody for their contributions. I want to thank the folks who put this forum together to get out to folks so we can do a better job of acknowledging those heroes amongst us who have served our nation.
This concludes your morning announcements. Have a turkey Thursday and ask yourself, how can you be an 11 today?